to Where I Long to Be, a magical trip report podcast. My name is Virginia, and I am your host. Thank you all for joining me today. If you haven't yet subscribed to the show, please do click that subscribe or follow button on the podcast platform you're listening on now. It helps to get the podcast to others and will ensure that every new episode is loaded into your queue. On this week's show, I had the pleasure of talking to Alex D., who comes to me from travel agent Amy Belfi, who is also Elizabeth's travel agent, whose most recent episode you will have heard last week. If you are looking for a travel agent to help you plan your next magical adventure, I've got Amy's information in the show notes. Before we jump into the interview, I wanted to mention that there is a slight crackle in Alex's track that was not something we could hear when we were chatting live. It's not too bad, but it is noticeable, so I wanted to just acknowledge it here, and I think it was based on an internet connection. When we recorded the post-trip interview, we got it all sorted out, so you can look forward to a clearer track there. And with that, let's get going. Here's Alex. Welcome to the podcast, Alex. And it's not my Alex that I'm talking about because I have a son, Alex. This is Alex D. I'm going to use your first initial because you are now the third Alex that has been on the show. So I have to differentiate in some way. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And you come to me from a travel agent friend, one Miss Amy Belfi. So tell me a little bit about how you know Amy and who you are. What's your background? Where are you? How much do you love Disney? All that jazz.
Okay, well, that's a lot. You might have to remind me of all those details. But I know Amy through a very good friend of mine. She's her cousin, and Amy's been wonderful. I am from St. Louis. I'm very excited to go back to Disney. It's been about 20 years. I can't believe I'm old enough to say that since I've been to Disney World. But we used to go sort of regularly when I was a kid, and now I'm taking my two kids back to two of the places that I went to when I was a kid as well.
Okay. And how old are your kids?
They are 6 and 3. The 3-year-old is almost 4 now.
Wow. Those are perfect ages to have a first Disney trip, in my opinion. I took my son for the first time when he was 5, and it was just so much fun because they're tall enough usually to ride most things, and they still believe in the magic and all of that. So what an exciting trip. Who is going to be on this trip besides you and your two boys?
So it's a very extended family trip. We've got my sister's family, who is 3 kids, and her husband, and then her mother-in-law, her her sister-in-law, and her nephew, who is, I don't know, in his 20s somewhere. And then my parents are also coming as well. So I think total 13 of us. I don't know. There's
Okay.
there's a lot of us. If you can count, there's quite a few of us, and we had to make 3 table reservations for all of our
Oh
dining
my
plans.
goodness. Wow. Okay, so you, your husband, your two boys, your sister, your sister's husband, her 3 kids, your parents, plus her in-laws. Yeah, I think that's 13. That's a lot. And a
It
partridge
is
in
a
a
lot.
pear tree. How did you decide to take such a large family trip? Because that's not a decision that you make sort of spontaneously. This is like usually something that evolves and is planned over a very long period of time.
It's definitely not something that you just plan easily. But my little sister finally gave in and said that she'd go to Disney World, and she wanted all of us to come with her, and so I wasn't going to pass that up. Her kids are a little bit older than mine, and so I don't know how much longer they're going to want to go to Disney, and if we'll get to do this again while they're still interested in it. But we definitely was going to take advantage of that.
What are your husband and your boys' names?
My husband's name is Will,
Hmm.
and my boys' names are Charlie and Teddy.
And Charlie is the oldest?
Charlie's the youngest.
Okay. All right. So that's a lot of people. Where are you going to be staying? What kind of resort or living situation do you have that can accommodate this many people? And how are you dividing up your space?
So we have 3 different rooms for my side of the family. And then my sister's in-laws have a suite over in Kidani. We're trying to match up our rooms. Hopefully, we're trying to get connecting rooms
Hmm.
together in the main building. My niece is actually going to be in my parents' room. Um, but yeah, we have three rooms, and hopefully they're connecting once we get there, someplace close to each other.
So you said your sister's in-laws are in Kidani Village, which would make it a DVC room. Is the room are the other two rooms also villas?
No.
Okay, so they're hotel rooms in Jambo House.
Hmm.
Okay. I think I have in my notes that you had stayed on property before. Where did you used to stay when you went to Disney years ago? And is Animal Kingdom Lodge new for you?
Okay. Animal Kingdom Lodge is not new. That's where we went a couple of times the last two Disney trips that we had. And I have also stayed at All Star Sports, which
Hmm.
was the first time that I went as a child. That's where we stayed. And then we did a cruise one time, and we've also stayed at Wilderness Lodge a couple of times.
Okay. So this is going to be really exciting for this whole family trip. What are you anticipating is going to be the thing that your kids specifically are going to be the most into with this trip? Do they have a favorite Disney movie, a Pixar movie, anything that you think is going to be like that's the thing for them?
I'm really not sure what they're going to like the most. My son really likes the Brick tunes like Coco.
Hmm.
And he likes to watch that one on repeat. So that might be, although there's not a lot of Coco stuff yet, they kind of like all of it. They like Toy Story. Um, they like a lot of the classics. They've sat down and watched a lot of them with us, even like Peter Pan and things like that. I really don't know what they're going to like the best.
Hmm.
Um, I'm hoping they don't get too scared by the characters. I
Oh,
think they're going to like them, but I'm not sure.
I think they'll react to the characters based on how you present the characters. So I always find it helpful when I approach, even as an adult, going to visit a character without a small child with me, that if I have like a question prepared for the character based on their storyline, it really helps the interaction be fun and not awkward. So if you maybe give them each like, oh, we're gonna talk to Mickey Mouse, so we're gonna ask him how his birthday was, or things like that. They will totally, even though they can't speak back, they'll play along.
That's a good tip. I'm kind of hoping that we see I just showed my kids the Goofy movie, and I'm hoping we see Max in his Powerline suit because that was my favorite movie when I was a kid. So I was glad they enjoyed that, and hopefully they'll like.
You mentioned being a little unsure of how they'll react to characters. How do you think they're going to react to rides? Do you have adventurous kids? Do you have kids that are willing to try anything, or that you think might be a little bit more timid if it comes to something that's quote unquote bigger? And I say that with fake air quotes because like nothing at Disney World is super big except for maybe like Tron or something that your kids might not even be tall enough for anyway.
My kids are not tall enough for Tron. My 4-year-old nephew is. I
Hmm.
think my kids would like to go on the bigger rides, but they won't be able to do just a couple. Um,
Hmm.
my youngest is a daredevil, and he would probably go on anything that will not be the right height from some of the rides that he might want to go on. And my oldest is a big roller coaster person, so I
Mm.
think he'll be joining me on a lot of the roller coasters, be my roller coaster buddy because my husband doesn't like to go on that many roller coasters.
Speaking of your husband, what is his background with Disney? Has he been before, or will this be a first trip for him too?
So my husband Will has been to Disney before, but he claims that he cannot remember any of the details. So
How old
maybe
was he?
something he doesn't really remember. He thinks maybe around 8, so maybe some things will come back to him. Some of the remnants of what was there will remind him of what he did while he was there.
All right. Well, I mean, we took, well, actually, my husband took my son to Coney Island recently over the past weekend, and it's been a long time since we've been. And I would have sworn if he had asked me in advance of them going, whether Alex would remember going out to Coney Island and riding the rides and going to the aquarium and all the things we used to do on a regular basis. I would have been like, of course he remembers. He didn't remember anything. It was all new to him. So I buy it. I buy it.
I hope my kids remember it. I have a memory like an elephant, but I don't know what they're going to remember. And they're at that
Hmm.
age where I'm not quite sure, but hopefully they remember. parts of this.
I'm sure they'll remember parts. There'll be moments that stand out to them, and then other than that, you'll take a ton of pictures, and then even the things that they wouldn't really remember as much, they'll look at the pictures and it'll make them think they remember. All right. So this is a pretty good length of a trip. You're going Saturday, July the 12th and coming back on Monday the 21st. So, let's talk through all the days, and I know you were saying that you had a hotel change in there and people leaving. So you'll just tell me who's leaving, who's coming, who's going, all the stuff that's happening. We'll just kind of map out what this trip is going to be like for you. So Saturday, July the 12th, what time are you arriving on, I presume, your flight? I don't think you're driving unless I'm mistaken.
We we considered driving, but driving with a 6-year-old and almost 4-year-old didn't sound appealing. So we
No.
are flying. We will arrive at 2 o'clock at the airport and probably get to the hotel right around check-in time.
Is
Most of
everyone from
us.
your party arriving similarly?
So my sister will be earlier because she took, even though she made us book our tickets immediately upon seeing that the planes were posted, she waited, and so she has an earlier one. So she has to get up pretty early to get on the plane, but she'll be there before us. And then her in-laws are actually coming in later that night, but my parents will be with us on the plane.
Oh, okay. Good. What airline are you flying?
Southwest.
They seem to have a lot of really good options for the people I talk to in your neck of the woods. So, do you like them as an airline?
We just wanted anything direct. We've done flights that were not direct with small children, and I think
Mhm.
direct is the way to go.
I mean, I personally think direct is the way to go with or without kids. It's just nicer to get there sooner. All right. How are you all getting from MCO over to your first resort? And your first resort is Animal Kingdom Lodge. Is that correct?
The first resort is Animal Kingdom Lodge. We
Okay.
are doing Mirrors Connect for my family. So me and Will and Charlie and Teddy. And then my sister's renting a van. My parents are renting a car. Um, I don't know how her in-laws are getting there, but my kids love buses, so we're taking the bus there.
The bus is kind of fun too because they play little cartoons and stuff that are not Disney, but it's like Disney-esque, sort of like old-fashioned cartoons, black and white cartoons, and so it gives the kids something to do. All right, parents are renting a van. All right, that will be handy, I am sure. What kind of tickets do all of you have for this trip? Did you all get the same number of days in the park, or did you kind of do different things?
So all of the rest of our party, besides my family, so me and Will and Charlie and Teddy, they have 5 days Park Hopper Plus. We have 10 days Park Hopper Plus, so we can go whenever we want to go and do whatever we want to do. And also because
Nice.
we're staying a little longer.
Right. Yeah. That will be really nice to have that flexibility. Okay. Your first day that you're arriving, you're going in the afternoon. Do you have any plans that afternoon slash evening besides getting settled at the resort?
I think we'll probably try to swim a little bit
Hmm.
at the pool, and then we also have reservations at Boma at 6:30.
Oh, okay. Good. And that will be really convenient. It's right there. And that's for all of you, or are the in laws arriving late enough that they're not included in the dinner?
They were originally on the reservation, but we just changed that today, so they won't be there for that one.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Sunday, July the 13th. Do you have any park plans this day?
So Sunday, let's see. I think we decided to do Animal Kingdom the first day,
Hmm.
just because it opens up earlier, and we think the kids will be really excited, and they'll probably be up at the crack of dawn. So we'll just get there really early and start our day, and it'll be close to us too.
Hmm. Are you planning to get any lightning lanes, multi-pass lightning lanes, or single lightning lanes for this day?
We just decided on lightning lanes. I don't have those in front of me, but we did make most of them things that Charlie could do.
Hmm.
And we did get single passes for myself and my husband and for Teddy. And so Teddy will get to do all of those rides twice.
Okay. So that is for Flight of Passage. Are there any other things at Animal Kingdom besides those rides that you think that they will be particularly interested in? Like, are they into shows? Are they adventurous with their eating? Do you think they'll try unique snacks, that sort of thing?
I think they will. We actually did have the dining plan, but we decided to get rid of it because my kids don't really eat kid food. Um, so
Mhm.
they're probably going to eat more like adult food and things like that. Like I think they'll like Satuli Canteen.
Mhm.
Um, we'll probably do that for lunch. We have Yak and Yeti booked for dinner. That's for our whole party.
Mhm.
Um, but they generally will eat what we eat, and they're not chicken fingers and macaroni kids. So,
Okay.
um, but I think Teddy will like the roller coasters.
Mhm.
And I don't know if they're going to sit for the shows, but I hope with how hot it's supposed to be, they do.
Yeah, I think that it is worth it to go into a show just to sit in some air conditioning for a while. Um, in fact, the last time I was at Animal was it the last time I was at Animal Kingdom? I think it might have been. We went into the Finding Nemo musical, and I absolutely love that show. Love it so much, but I really needed to rest and be in the AC, and so we went in there and took a little cat nap in the back. So definitely, definitely a good space to rest a little bit. All right, Monday, July the 14th.
We are doing Epcot. Since we're at a deluxe, that's the extended after hours day.
Mm-hmm.
So my parents have said they would give us a night out. I think that's probably going to be that night. Um, we do all have dinner together at Coral Reef there. Um, so I think Charlie might actually like that park the most because I think he'll be able to do a lot of the rides, and he won't be kind of like left out as much.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think they'll just kind of like walking around and seeing everything.
Mm-hmm. And if they're adventurous eaters, there's a lot of snacks to be had around the world. Do you plan on getting a single pass lightning lane for Guardians?
Yes.
Okay. I can't wait to hear what you think about that. And Will is not going to ride it.
Will is going to ride it. I
He
convinced him to do
is.
it.
Okay, good. All right. I hope he likes it too. It is my favorite ride on Disney property currently. And what about multi-pass lightning lane? Are you doing that for every single park day that you have, or are you picking and choosing?
So we're doing it for every day that we're all spending in the parks together.
Okay.
My sister's side and my parents have 5 days with one day built in as a rest day besides the travel days.
Mm-hmm.
And that one day we are not going to do a multi-pass on our own or a single pass on our own. We're just going to let
Okay.
the kids do what they want to do.
Okay. But you'll have it for this day because you'll all be together for that day, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else for Epcot? I'm trying to think. When does the next festival will not have started yet? Too early for festivals. I think Food and
Um,
Wine starts at the end of August, actually.
we would like to go to Flower and Garden eventually. I think we're going to try to
Mm,
do that next year.
it's really good. I love Flower and Garden. I used to think that Festival of the Arts was my favorite, and I've decided that Flower and Garden is actually my favorite. It's so beautiful, and they in my opinion, have some of the better food options at the different booths. So you should definitely try to make it back for that. All right. For the extended hours, you said you think your parents will watch the kids. Does that include your sister's kids as well? Like, will the two couples go out to enjoy the extended evening hours?
We will see. I think so, but I don't know. I think we'll see what we want to do. We do have some different interests from each other, but we also have a lot of similarities.
Hmm.
So I will leave that up to my sister, and we will see how that goes.
Okay. Tuesday, July 15th. Which part? Or is this the rest day?
We're not resting at all. My family is not.
Well, is
Um,
it their rest
but
day?
it is
Question
not.
mark.
Let's see. It is not their rest day. I'm sorry. I'm looking at my notes.
That's okay.
It is Hollywood Studios. We'll be going there. We'll have the multi-pass lighting lanes and the
Hmm.
single pass. We have a droid appointment just for my two at 2 o'clock. And we have, as a group, we have a sci-fi dining package for Fantasmic. And I'm really hoping to get on Rock and Roller Coaster because it's my favorite ride ever since I was a kid. And I know it's going to be gone after
Mm,
this. I'm just glad that it stayed open long enough for me to go one last time.
Yeah. Are you okay, if it was your favorite ride as a kid, I'm sure it's a little heartbreaking to know that it's gonna close, but are you a Muppet fan, and will you be excited to try its reincarnation?
I'm okay with the Muppets, and I think that the ride itself probably won't change too much. So
Mhm.
I'll still go on it, and I like the structure of the roller coaster, the indoor roller coaster, and the
Mhm.
corkscrews. I can't do roller coasters upside down, like outside. It just makes me sick.
Oh,
So
okay.
I really like rock and roller coaster, and like for instance in Universal, the Mummy are two of my favorites.
You know, the funny thing about The Mummy is the first time that I rode it, I guess I was just distracted when I was in line, and I didn't realize it was like a roller coaster. I thought it was just a dark like a dark ride, like a slow ride past a bunch of scary looking things. I did not pick up on the fact that it was a roller coaster at all, which tells me, since I've ridden it multiple times since then, that I was really not paying attention because there's signs everywhere that are like, "This ride goes fast. This is, an intense roller coaster." And I totally missed that. So when I got on it for that first time and it took off, I was like, "What is happening?" Um, but I love that one as well. I like both indoor and outdoor, but there's something kinda cool, literally and figuratively about an indoor coaster. All right, Wednesday, July the 16th. Is this their rest day?
That is not their rest day. We're going to Magic Kingdom
Okay.
in the morning, and then there's extended evening hours at Animal Kingdom at night, so we'll do those. Just
Oh,
because
extended
there's
at Animal Kingdom?
hmm
Oh,
yeah,
that's
so
cool.
Amy was telling us that there's some pretty cool stuff there at night that you don't get to see very often. So
Mhm.
and we already had a dining reservation at Sanaa back at the hotel because we figure by that time the kids will be a little tired. But so we'll be at Sanaa and then we'll be able to go back to Animal Kingdom, which is pretty close to the resort. Um, and we'll get to see those, and it won't be too late at night, I don't think.
And you'll be right near your hotel. So when you're ready to go to bed, you can just head to bed. All right. So
Mhm.
multi-pass for Magic Kingdom as well. And you said earlier you're doing some single pass for Tron.
We will not do Tron. We will do Seven Dwarfs Mine Train,
Oh,
and
okay.
everybody will get to go on that because Charlie's tall enough.
Got it.
And my niece is doing Bippity Boppity Boutique that day too,
Ooh, okay.
with both of the grandmas.
Oh, that'll be special. Did you ever do that when you were younger?
I was not that type of kid, to be real honest, but she will love it. She will have a great time.
Yeah, and that'll be really fun for her to be there with both of her grandmothers. All right, Thursday, July the 17th. Is this their rest day?
This is the rest day. We
Okay.
have reservations at Chef Mickey's at 8 a.m. I asked my sister if she wanted to do it later in the day, and she said no because her children will have been up for 3 hours by then. Um, so we're doing Chef Mickey's, and then I'm guessing we will probably go to Magic Kingdom, um, and maybe a water park day. And then I think my sister and her kids are will do mini golf, although she may also do water park that day too.
Okay. And are you changing hotels this day?
No,
Okay. The only reason I asked is because the water park would be free if it was your switchover day.
we have
So,
the plus option, so it's just
oh,
going.
you got that kind of ticket. Okay. Got it. All right. Well, that's really handy. All right. So, you're going to go to Magic Kingdom and maybe a water park. Okay. And they might go to a water park too. If you go to a water park, you have an option to go to either one right now, which you don't always have. So, in looking at both Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach, are you leaning towards one that you're interested in?
I think when I was looking, it seemed like there were more things for smaller kids at Blizzard Beach.
Hmm.
But my kids may just want to follow their cousins wherever they go if they wind up going to a water park. Yeah, they're in swimming lessons, but they're little still, so I don't
Hmm.
know how many slides they're going to get to do and things like that.
Friday, July 18th.
So this is our Magic Kingdom day with the whole crew,
Hmm.
um, and then we will be ending that day at Disney Springs at T-Rex for dinner at 6 o'clock.
All right. So, you have a reservation at Yak and Yeti and at T Rex. Do you have a Landry's card?
I do not, but that's on my list of things to do.
Okay. Yeah, because you would automatically get your money back on that. And if you have a birthday, you get more money added to your card that you can use. And I recently learned that you can like pause the birthday money. So if you get the birthday money added to your account and you're not going to use it anytime soon, you can go in there and put a pause on it so that it doesn't expire. And then just reactivate it the next time you're going to be somewhere where you could access one of the Landry's restaurants. I learned that the hard way when I accidentally let some expire.
Good to know because my birthday is right after our trip, so I don't think
Oh
I'd
yeah.
be able to use it again.
Yeah, I don't know how, like if you have to be a member for a certain amount of time before it does it, but and I can't remember how much it is, but it's either 25 or I don't think it's $50. That seems excessive, but I think it's at least $25 that you get every year on your birthday. So, definitely a good deal. I have never been to T-Rex. So I'll be interested to hear how that is. Have you been to Rainforest Cafe though?
I have, and I really liked it as a kid.
Okay.
We debated going there instead, um, but with all the boys, I think we decided T-Rex might be a little more interesting,
Mhm.
and they've kind of pared down the Rainforest Cafe since Jackie and I were kids.
Yeah, I think it's also the better idea because you can access a Rainforest Cafe in a lot of other places. So there may be one in your area or someplace you might go closer to home where you could get Rainforest Cafe, but I don't think they have T-Rex everywhere. I think it's much more limited.
I think I read somewhere that there's only like 11 Rainforest Cafes left. There used to
Really?
be quite a few, but now there's only a handful, I believe.
Well, and two of them are in Disney.
Hmm.
So, all right. Saturday, July the 19th.
Okay, so this is the day that most of our party leaves, um, and we will be changing hotels. We'll be going to All Star Sports, um, and we'll be meeting up with some of our friends. We'll probably be going to Hollywood Studios, probably because of the shows. Mostly, our friend is a show person. I think she leads a choir and band,
Mhm.
and volunteers. So I think she'll like that. Plus, she's pregnant right now, and
Oh,
I think
so
she's gonna want to be in the air conditioning, and so we'll try to get the shows in that we haven't done yet,
mhm.
and let her be in a little bit of air conditioning, and then we will go to Epcot that night. We have reservations at the Hacienda de San Angel.
Mhm. Is your friend, coming to Disney from out of town and you're meeting up with her, like, she's joining you, for this portion of your trip, or does she live in the Orlando area?
They live in the Orlando area. They are annual pass holders. Um, Her and her husband are.
Okay.
Um, and so we're gonna meet them up there. But yeah, they're there a lot, so they're experts. I'm sure they'll help lead us around.
Yes, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. All right, Sunday, July the 20th.
That's another day that we're hanging out with them.
Mhm.
We have a reservation for lunch at Space 220. Then we're gonna go try to see the parade. Um, I don't know if they've been to Space 220, which is a little bit ironic because they both actually work on the Artemis project. But I think my kids are gonna like it, and maybe
Mhm.
they'll get some fun facts from our friends just about real space stuff while we're down there.
Did you consider at all going over to Kennedy Space Center during this trip?
That was originally in our plans, but then we adopted a puppy.
Oh my gosh, what
So,
kind
and
of puppy?
she is a mix of a lot of things, but she looks like a Aussie Shepherd, and she's very soft.
What is her name?
Her name's Coco. She's
Oh,
chocolate colored. Yeah.
so cute. I love it. So that's like having another baby when you have a little puppy. Taking care of a puppy is no joke. Is this your first
Totally true.
family dog?
No, we lost our last family dog recently.
Oh, I'm
She
so
was 12 years
sorry.
old.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so hard. But Coco, I'm sure, is bringing a lot of love and joy to your life. Hopefully, you'll have many happy years with Coco. I thought when you said Coco at first, I thought you meant like COCO, like after the character. A lot of people I talk to on this podcast have pets that are named after Disney characters. In fact, my dog is named Walter after Walt Disney.
I remember that because that's my husband's middle name.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Let's see. Any other plans on this Sunday? You said you were going to watch the parade. So does that mean you're hopping back over to Magic Kingdom?
Yes, we are. And because our friends are annual pass holders, they had to get like I forget what the name of it is, but like a reservation for that day.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have that. So we're going to be going over there to see the Starlight Parade, which is going
Mm-hmm.
to be pretty late. I think the first one's at 9. So I'm hoping my kids hold out and can stay up that late on their
Mm-hmm.
last Disney day, and they don't just pass out in their stroller.
That was going to be my next question. I didn't ask before. Are you renting a stroller or are you bringing a stroller with you? Is it a double stroller for both kids or just a single?
We're renting a stroller from Kingdom Strollers. It's a double.
Okay. I have a discount code for them. So if I can find that and it still works, I will put it in the show notes for anybody who would like a discount code for Kingdom Strollers. I used them when we first brought Alex to Disney World when he was 5. We rented a stroller through them because it was much easier to have one delivered to our hotel than to actually have to lug ours all the way down here. I think um, back in those days, they used to deliver it directly to the hotel. And now I think you have to pick it up or something. It's changed a little bit in the past um, year or two, but I had my sister rent through them. Was it a year and a half ago? And I had her use them because I liked them so much the first time, and it was still very easy. I can't remember what the process exactly is. All I remember is that they made it easy.
They're supposed to bring it to our hotel and pick it up from our hotel at the end.
You just
I
have to
think the
that's what
one.
it is. You just have to meet them there.
Hmm.
That was the
Yeah.
difference. Okay. Yeah. In the past, they would drop it off and you didn't have to necessarily be there to meet them, but that's
Mhm.
not that big a deal. Anything else happening on this Sunday? I imagine you'll be out late. You'll probably just come back and crash.
Yeah, we'll probably stay out as late as we can get the kids to stay out. I don't know when we're going to get to see fireworks, but I'm hoping if we haven't seen the fireworks here, we'll be able to do that day.
Mhm.
Um, I don't know if they'll be awake for them or not.
Yeah.
My oldest is a little afraid of fireworks, but he says that he really wants to try. So
Mhm.
um, we're going to go ahead and try it out. I think he's mostly just afraid of fireworks that are close up because his
Mhm.
cousins are kind of little pyros.
Oh,
But
no. I think Disney fireworks are different than just normal fireworks, and they are very far behind the castle. So I hope they enjoy them. I hope that everything goes smoothly with that. So that brings us to Monday, July the 21st, which is your departure day when you get yourselves on a plane and back to Coco, who will be very excited to see you. What time is your flight on Monday the 21st?
so it's at 2 o'clock, so we don't have to wake up too early. My kids
Mhm.
are not ones necessarily to sleep in, but we're hoping that they're Disney tired at that point and they'll sleep in a little bit because it will
Mhm.
be a late night. We'll probably swim a little bit and then check out and then go to the airport.
Yeah, the perfect end to the perfect trip. I will talk to you when you get back, and I can't wait to hear about all of these firsts for your kids, for your husband, who it will be like his first time all over again because he won't remember, and for you because it's been 20 years. So there's a lot that's changed, and I will be very interested to see what really stands out to you from your memory versus, being there in person again after all of these years. So have a fantastic or a phantasmic trip. I hope you travel safely, and I can't wait to hear about all of the details when you get back. Thank you so much, Alex, for joining me on the show, and also to Amy for continuing to send people my way. Amy has her own trip report coming up soon, so you can look forward to hearing that in September. Alex's post trip interview is up next, so don't go anywhere. And as always, keep daydreaming about where you long to be.